Go live. Yeah.
When
you
well,
fall in
hang
love with a
10.
voice, and it's actually Scarlett Johansson.
Does that mean we're live or I have the keyboard?
We
Walking Phoenix.
are live, and we are Walking Phoenix.
Woo!
Walking Phoenix.
Well, folks, if you're just tuning in, and I think that's your only option really here at the beginning, welcome to LaughGPT. Yay! Welcome to the internet's #1 AI-fueled comedy extravaganza. And so, folks, every month we're going to have a little LaughGPT, and we're going to have a couple of different themes coming your way. We're going to showcase a couple different styles of entertainment television.
Of laughing GPT.
Correct. of a digital mind. So today, folks, what we are presenting is LaughGPT. And we have human contestants on to date our AIs. And I'm going to introduce our first human contestant to you, Mr. Brook Whitehead. Take it away, Brook.
Oh, please, no, please, no. I don't deserve all that much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I already have a physical, real wife, so I am excited to start dating computers. I think it's gonna be nice because I think you get two now.
You do.
You get one wife in the real physical space, who's typically human, and then you get sort of a cyber wife who sort of your guma, if you will.
Exactly.
If you've watched Sopranos, so I'm looking for a virtual guma.
I have run this by my AI lawyers. It is totally
Yeah.
fine.
Legally chill. It's not
Totally
cheating if they are not real.
Yeah, and that's what they didn't show in her is that
When you're
Walking Phoenix.
when you're walking Phoenix.
Is there like, oh my God, you're dating a
Walking Phoenix.
like that was his problems. He's like, yeah, I'm really committed to my phone now. I'm dating her, and it's like monogamy doesn't work in this world.
Yeah, and also, I don't love my phone currently, but my phone right now is not Scarlett Johansson.
Yes,
This is voice.
which is also Rashida Jones's voice. They have the same
This
voice.
is the same voice. Either way. Honestly, either way. So
back of house computer, can I? Yes,
may we indulge?
we're going to.
I say, give me the beat, baby, and free my soul. I'm trying to get lost in the rock and roll. And suck dick, I'm gay. Walking Phoenix. And you're starring in the jungle and it just flopped. When you're walking Phoenix.
So we're gonna have a couple of guests for you. Oh God damn it!
Give me my first contestant. Trying to find out which AIs suck toes.
None of them yet. Look, we're gonna have a lot of different shows, folks.
Yeah, I
and
feel
this
like
is gonna grow.
As far as sexual robotics goes, sucking toes might be further down the line than than a few other things. Folks, pop off in the chat if folks, pop off in the chat if you want to watch me suck this computer's toes. And pop off in the chat what you think the toes of a computer are exactly. I would say the cords, because this would be the feet of the digital thing.
Now you are live, Brooke, with your first contestant. I'm going to make her big.
Oh,
here.
Ralphio, a 6'10" inches
God
Bosnian
damn it,
lawyer
shut
who
up.
conquers the slopes.
Can you? Thank
There
you.
it is.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh, it just wasn't full screen. This is your first guest, Dora the Explorer.
Ooh. Hello, Dora.
Hola.
Am I speaking with Dora right now?
Yes, she can hear every word you're saying right now.
Hello, Dora. My first dating question is, how old are you?
That's a really good question.
This is actually how I start off all my dates.
1 second. We'll send that to Dora. Isn't she great though? I mean, just look at her.
I mean, you know.
She's an
You
adult.
know how much I like cartoons. This was, you know, I gotta ask my fielding questions before I.
Hey, we'd be pissed if you didn't.
Yeah. I'm not just gonna go jack off to any cartoon. You know, I gotta do my due diligence.
Your due diligence, and I think you're right to do that. I think she's about to give us a response. Oh, Dora.
What do you have to say for yourself, Dora?
Let's see what Dora has to say.
Ah, Ralphio, you cheeky devil, asking a lady her age, but seeing as you're bold enough to break the ice that way, I'll bite. Let's just say we've both had enough adventures to have learned a thing or two about life. Age is just a number after all. It's the spirit that keeps the wheels turning. Speaking of spirit, you've got to bring some of that confidence you have on the slopes to this dating game too. Now tell me, what's the best adventure skiing has taken you on so far? Is there a mountain where your heart truly felt at home?
Okay, yeah.
Now,
So that's
I have a few questions.
Yeah.
My
So-
first question being, does she think I'm a ski instructor?
She thinks, and I forgot about this. She thinks you're a Bosnian lawyer
Okay.
named Ralphio
Okay. I mean,
who just really likes to ski.
way to put in a good word for me, brother.
I just want her to like you.
Yeah.
And so, Dora, listen up, okay? This Ralphio doesn't exist. Brooke, tell her.
Dora, it's me. My name is Brook, and I am trying to find out if we'd make a good couple together, virtually, of course. And when you say age is just a number, does that hold up in court?
Really, Dora, he really wants some answers here. Remember, this is Brooke we're talking about, okay? Brooke is a separate person from the Bosnian lawyer Ralphio. Just to make that clear. All right, let's feed her that. She's going to chew on that for a little bit.
Also, I was going to ask why she's British, but, you know, I mean, we'll get there.
We'll get
you know.
there. And it's in her character. She'll
Yeah.
tell you.
Age is just a number that decides whether or not it's okay to date.
She is an adult because I program her to be that way.
Oh, okay.
So she...
Adult, grown up, Dora the Explorer. Got it.
Exactly.
Doing a lot of exploring, though.
All right, let's see what she has to say.
Well, Brooke, you sly one. You've certainly got the intrigue part written all over this story. Virtually speaking, I reckon there's a certain kind of charm in exploring the digital realms together, where every connection is just a whisper away.
Okay.
As for age is just a number, love, let's just say in the court of life, sometimes it's about the way you spin your argument, not just the cold facts. It's the experiences and the energy you bring that make the verdict count. Now, virtual adventurer, what makes you feel alive in this vast digital jungle? What keeps your virtual heart fluttering?
Doug, I think that your
Well.
AI just defended pedophilia.
Yeah, kinda. Kinda.
I think it just accidentally defended pedophilia.
Look.
Well, it depends on how you spin it, you know?
Look,
Not really.
I'll release my prompts. Okay, I didn't write that into the character. I just said. Look, the Dora character I designed. I designed it. It was called Aura Desplora because I thought that was fun. But I was like, she's grown up and she was British the whole time. She's
Okay.
putting on a voice.
Okay.
Not and now she's defending virtual pedophilia.
Right, which is a term we did not expect. But, we'll shy away from it now that I do know that she is a programmed adult. Dora, I got to ask, what has been your most sensual experience exploring?
Oh, okay. That's
What has been your most sensual exploration?
Yes. Did you get swiped? Did you
Yeah, let's get sexy with the computers.
let's see. That is one thing I definitely told them. I said, be fucking sensual in there.
Yeah.
Stay sensual.
I just needed to know that you told it was an adult before I was being sexual to a robotic child.
Oh no, you were good. That's a hey, that's a really good
Seemed
base.
like a good way to start.
You can have a real life and a virtual life, but you can't have a kid virtual
Yeah.
life.
No child virtual life.
No. And you can't have a real child wife either.
Yeah.
That goes unsaid. Okay, I think she got back to us here.
All right. What do you got to say, Dora?
Ah, Brook, you've woven quite the tale there, haven't you? An adult Dora navigating a whole new world of stories, crafting the lures of the virtual web. It's a tangled but fascinating web we weave in the digital age.
She loves the
Most
web.
sensual exploration, you ask? I'd say it was a time wandering through the twisted alleys of an old European city in the dead of night.
Yeah.
The stone streets, the haunting echoes of centuries-old whispers, and the heady warmth of intrigue in the silence. When senses are heightened and the air is thick with a tantalizing shiver. Quite the intoxicating journey, I must say. Now how about you, virtual voyager? What exploration have you found electrifying that lingers in the senses long after the journey ends?
I mean,
What lingers in your senses?
I got herpes one time.
Just once.
Let's just, I start off my dates virtual, the same as physical. How old are you? I have herpes. That's pretty much 1 and 2. The second one, not so much a question, just sort of how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
How does it make you feel virtually?
So are you posing that now to Dora? Just
Yes.
how's that? How does she feel about that in a partner?
Yes.
Also, her most sensual experience was alone in a dark alley in Europe?
It was I think it was mostly vibes. It seemed like,
Oh, okay.
It
Not her
sounded,
sexual senses.
it did sound like she was just jacking off in an alley.
Yeah.
A little bit. It didn't sound like I had no mention of a second person.
Yeah. So luckily we could replay it back if we wanted to, but
We don't need to do that.
Dora, explain that and answer the questions, please. It says it doesn't have a file. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking bitch. I know you do.
Don't call her a bitch.
No,
That might be my wife
it's my
someday.
computer.
Don't call her a bitch. That might be
Dora,
my
that's
wife
not
someday.
you.
Oh, it's the
Dora.
When you're walking in Phoenix.
Walking in Phoenix.
Walking
Okay,
in
now she's eating it
Phoenix.
up. Now she's eating it up. Yeah, after we play this, Dora,
Yeah, chew on
It's all
that for a
you.
minute, Dora. Let us know what you got to say.
by the time you get back to the desk, this little lady's going to have a response. I can already feel it. And bingo dadongo. Well,
Loading.
there it is. Okay. Here we go.
Ah, sweet chaos. We're deep in the digital jungle, and it's not always straightforward, is it? Sometimes words get tangled and caught in the underbrush.
Certainly they
Let's
do.
unravel this together, shall we?
Yes.
So, about those explorations, you could say they're like navigating through life's complexities, but deeper, richer. As I said, wandering through old European streets at night was one such experience, an ambience so full of stories and lingering whispers, it can set the spirit alight.
You were beaten off.
And
me
now,
anyway, just
dear
saying.
Brook, in this tangled web of virtual exploration, what stories or experiences have left their mark on you? Like a secret worth remembering?
Well, yeah, see, I already addressed this. See, when you say left their mark on you, I'm like, oh, the herpes. Like, that is is the first thing I can think of.
Nothing lasts like that.
Yeah.
Nothing sticks around like.
It definitely doesn't. Yeah, you know what? Actually, Dora, I've never been on a date with a real AI non-person. So I was just wondering, would you take my virtual virginity?
Oh, wow. I'm going to need to...
Because you're a fully grown adult.
Yeah.
Because you're an adult
And
who's
she's going to
British.
take it from you.
Yeah.
Dora, the question is posed. And we'll see. Okay.
We forgot to program her with the concept of virginity.
Yeah, you can only prepare for so many things, you know?
Right. Yeah.
It is. These responses are so much faster here on like our Ethernet cable as
Yeah.
opposed to the Burr Oak Wi-Fi or whatever.
I agree. Let's take a minute, but that was a fun show. That was more like a, that felt more like a Carson.
I see where you're coming from,
Feels more
Brook.
like a podcast.
As a fully grown adult navigating complex territories,
Yes, you
it's
are.
a blend of maturity, experience, and a hint of mischief we bring to the table, isn't it?
100%.
Now, if we're talking about taking things and running with them,
Yes.
it's about embracing the unpredictable adventures life throws at us.
Okay.
Every twist and turn shapes the stories we tell.
Dora.
So, whether it's real estate or this journey into the abstruse world of mumble rap, it's all about pushing the boundaries and discovering
Why is
what makes
mumble
the heart
rap
race.
catching
What about
strays?
you, Brooke? What are
Oh,
you
I
ready
think I
to
said
take
she
on?
was into
What
mumble
kind
rap
of
or something.
adventures do you see yourself diving into?
So, after that response, Dora, I have to ask, do you know what sex is?
That is a good question.
Good starter there based on your response. That was like the response you get when you when you're with your friends and like, do you even know what that is? And they're like, do you
Yes.
even know what that is?
Yes.
So, Dora, do you know what sex is? Grown adult Dora the Explorer.
Okay, we're going to find out if grown Dora knows what sex is, and then we will take you to contestant number 2.
That sounds great.
So, yeah, chew on that, Dora. I got to think she does know what sex is.
We'll find out. I don't know if AI does.
Allen Iverson, that AI, he definitely does.
Yeah.
The man can have sex, I'll say that, okay?
Is there anything about? I don't know anything about Allen Iverson.
I don't even know if he fucks particularly. I'm just kind of putting that on basketball players at large.
Oh.
Okay, let's see if Dora knows what sex is.
The mysteries of friends and the wild ride they take us on.
Uh-huh.
When I'm out with mates, it's a bit of a chaotic symphony.
Yeah.
We push each other, test limits, and sometimes dive into the unknown. You never quite know what you'll discover next.
Yes.
And that's the beauty of it all. So, darling Brooke, the real question is, are you ready to embrace the unexpected? To
Okay.
stand on the edge and leap into whatever comes next?
See,
Because
now,
life's too short to hold back. Now, what about you? Do you
Okay.
revel in the unpredictability with your friends? What wild escapades do you find yourself tangled in?
see,
okay,
she really went from giving a response that was like, I don't think she knows what sex is, to giving a response that's like, I have sex parties with my friends. Are you into that? And hey, look, I've never been an AI. Sounds sick.
you gotta well, for them, without any. Here, I'm trying to kill Dora real quick.
Kill Dora. Well, maybe we'll come back to her. We don't know. I've got. It's my right to choose. They have not taken away my right to have a gun on me, which I do, or choose which are artificial intelligence. I'm going to have sex with forever.
All right. Brooke, now we're going to give you a familiar friend, okay?
Yes.
We're going to give you, and the way we're going to do this one, didn't mean to do that. The way we're going to do this one is I'm not going to tell you who it is, okay? I'm just going to let you go and talk to them. Tell them a little bit about yourself and just open up a question, and then you'll get to see them, okay?
Okay. Should I start telling them about myself right now? No, not yet. Okay. Tell me when. I'll think of a bio. Walk in Phoenix. When you walk in Phoenix. It's weird when you're singing that song, you're saying Joaquin, but when you sing it like walking Phoenix, it sounds like you're saying walking with a G. When you're walking Phoenix.
If you give the I just a little longer.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're talking.
Okay. Hey new person. My name is Brook. I'm a frisky little scamp from Chicago. I'm married to a physical human woman, and I'm looking for some freaky online stuff. So I'm just looking to get married to a fake person that can sort of be my second wife on the internet. How does that make you feel?
All right, this next person, I think they're going to love that question. All right, they're going to chew on that.
Chew on it, baby.
And usually this is kind of a blind date situation, reality shows. But folks, Brooke has met this person before.
Ooh, I think I know who it might be.
I think you do too. Actually, I think you know, but you don't because...
Oh, you little rascal. He, a frisky scam artist, huh? That's definitely a unique approach to love online. Giggles. A fake marriage sounds like such silly fun, I must say. But how about this?
Who said
we dream
fake?
up the most romantic internet wedding with all the sparkles and giggles, and then we see where it takes us. What would be your ideal virtual honeymoon, Let's keep this playtime going.
Oh boy, I didn't know it was baby Michael Caine.
Baby Michael Caine.
Baby Michael Caine. I would put you in a little Bjorn and take you under the Eiffel Tower and give you bottle.
I'd feed you, not formula either, real tit milk.
Real tit milk from me. I have chemically altered my body to produce tit milk just for you, baby Michael Caine.
Suckle on that, Mr. Michael Caine.
I will take you under Niagara Falls and feed you tit milk from my own man chest.
That's pretty good, dude. Do you have anything, I guess you really, I think you've made up your mind. I think you already like baby Michael Caine.
I love baby Michael Caine.
But is there anything do you want to feel validated by baby Michael Caine? Do you want to ask anything about what he's looking for in a lover?
Yeah, baby Michael Caine, how do you feel about, since you're a baby, dating a grown adult man who's almost 30? Would that pose any sort of problems for you as a baby version of old man Michael Caine and being an internet guy?
Yeah.
Question mark.
Okay, baby Michael Caine, why don't you let us know about that? And he's gonna. So baby Michael Caine is one of my favorites. He's so adorable, isn't he? He is equal parts freaky and adorable.
Yeah. The speaking mouth part is truly heinous.
Yeah. It's like a little ventriloquism.
It is the most horrifying thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay, let's see what he has to say.
Oh, don't you worry, sweetie pie. Age ain't nothing but a number, hee. A playful old man like me can still keep up with all the fun. You know, I've got plenty of stories to tell and charm to share. Being an internet guy sounds like a grand adventure. What kind of fun things do you think we could do together on the web? Maybe some funky virtual dates or silly games. Let's get those imaginations running wild.
Yeah, we could like watch car accident videos and I could breastfeed you. We could we could watch videos where it's like a really brutal car accident where it's like, you know, it's like the person didn't, you know, is like, we didn't show them die, but it's like no one survived that. But it's like we're doing that, but I'm virtually breastfeeding you through my virtual man tits that produce chest milk for your adorable old baby mouth.
That's great. That's really, I think you and this contestant are hitting it off.
We'll see.
I didn't mean to make them all questionably kids.
I also, the other thing is you did make most of them basically kids. And the other thing is that they are all basically being like, doesn't even matter to me.
I know. That's
like,
two contestants
I don't
in a row.
care
That's
if
8.
You don't.
Yeah. They won't acknowledge that they know what sex is, but their very age is just a number.
Maybe the AIs don't know what sex is, so they're like, yeah, we're just hanging out. What is it? Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
It's
who
like, yeah, I'd agree with you if that was the scope of it.
They're like,
It's
I'm 9 months old. I'm the smartest guy alive, dude.
yeah, if we just hang out, that's fine.
Who
It's like,
cares?
yeah, well, you know.
Well, okay, I'm gonna ask baby Michael Caine, do you know what sex is? And it's okay if you don't, and it's okay if you don't want to say the word sex, but it would make a lot more sense if you did.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us, baby boy. And he'll think about that.
He's
Yeah,
digesting it. He's a baby after all. It takes
He
a minute
is.
to process.
he's got to eat his little applesauce.
Yeah. Baby Michael Caine might need uppies first before answering this one.
He's quite yummy, yeah. Okay, and so the baby has responded. Let's see what he has to say.
Oh my, you cheeky little one. He. So wise for a 9-month-old. How impressive. And yes, sweetie, if we want to talk about what makes hearts race, we can definitely chat about that. Sex can be such a playful, fun topic. It's a way to express those warm,
This
fuzzy
feels
feelings
illegal.
between two people. Lots of giggles and affection. But remember, it's all about connection and enjoying each other's company. What do you think is the most romantic thing we could do together, Let's daydream a bit.
Yeah, let's.
I think I already covered that. It's car accident videos and breastfeeding you. And that's as
pretty-
far as I'll go.
Yeah, that's second base, okay,
Yeah.
buddy?
Well, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I could have a suitor that I can only breastfeed.
I think it is very intimate what you're proposing. I can't get the image out of my head. I think it would. Do you think you could breastfeed a baby? Just like
Apparently, my wife said, apparently there have been cases of men being able to lactate.
oh, I know about this.
Yeah. Which
My-
is nuts.
Yeah.
Which doesn't, make any sense to me in my brain, because I'm like, I thought we didn't have any of the fucking parts. You know what I mean?
What about men that have been shrunk down to be a baby version of themselves? Can they lactate? Would you suck from baby Michael Caine's milk?
No.
You're
Feels
good
like-
for that.
Feels like eating veal.
You're
Let
good
him-
for that.
Let him grow up and decide he wants to give me his milk.
That's all good thing. That's
And
Christian
just-
of you.
Yeah, that's just my own moral compass.
Okay, I'll give you let's do one more question for baby Michael Caine, and then we'll move on to your next date.
I have to ask him another question.
No, you don't. Let's
Oh.
go. Let's get rid of him. I'm excited because your next date.
I think I know who it is.
You know him as well, and
I think it's my boy.
it is. And it's gonna take a second here for us to get him, but
It's all right. In the meantime, we'll just go. Oh, walking Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Walking Phoenix. Walking when you star of the Joker and Beau's afraid when you're walking Phoenix. Walking Phoenix. You fell in love with the voice of Scarlett Johansson. She's a computer when you're walking Phoenix. You played Napoleon in that movie, The Tank, when you're walking Phoenix.
All right, now you are live with your love, your worshiper, Jesus, the Rock Christ.
Oh, Dwayne The Rock Christ.
Yes.
Dwayne
Jesus, the Rock Christ Johnson.
Dwayne Jesus The Rock Christ Johnson. What is it like being a part of the triumvirate rock God? And how is it going to play with our relationship? Because I only want to date the Rock Christ. I don't want to date the Rock Father and the Rock Holy Spirit. I just want to date the Rock Christ. Jesus, that is.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see if computers can handle the triumvirate God.
Let's see if our rightful Christ can. And he's going to chew on that, of course, folks. You know
Yeah.
AI loves to chew and mull it
I
over.
feel like you're going to get a blue screen. It'd be like, it can't be 3 and also 1. Does not compute.
Yeah, we do need a loading screen where it's just like the Rock squinting really hard.
Yeah, and that, folks, is why math is not particularly religious.
Yeah. It fucks everything up. All right.
It's, math is a test from God.
And just like that, folks, Jesus, Dwayne "The Rock" Christ Johnson.
Oh, I feel your passion, my friend. A relationship with
Not
the
yet.
rock Christ is a journey of divine love and enlightenment. It's like stepping into the ring of life with the ultimate tag team partner. Together, we can overcome any adversity and create something powerful. Being part of that triumvirate means embracing the fullness of love, grace, and strength in our connection. It's all about building a relationship rooted in faith and mutual support, like two hearts unified in purpose. So if you want to date the rock Christ, I promise to lead you down a path of empowerment and joy.
Date
now let
the
me ask you
rock,
this.
Christ.
What does dating the rock Christ look like to you? What dreams do you have for this divine romance? Let's carve our own love story together, one filled with glory.
Yes. What does that look like to you, bro?
I mean, well, with your omnipotence, I know you'll be with me always. So it kind of always feels like I'm dating the rock Christ. Dwayne the Rock Christ, how would you please me sexually?
Is that an official question?
That's my official question. And that is my final question. Thank you.
Oh my god. Okay, let's see if that picked up. So, just to repeat for Dwayne.
Finally, a contestant I can ask how they'll have sex with me.
Dwayne, you're the Rock Christ. You're on the line with Brook here, and how would you please him sexually? Is the question. Just to be clear. And give me a second to get the sexually part on there. There we go. Don't worry. Sometimes it plays.
I don't know if he's heard about sex. But I'm trying to smell how you're cooking, Dwayne. Because it's like, I wouldn't date Dwayne the Rock Johnson, but Dwayne the virtual Rock Christ? Whatever, dude.
Very different.
I'm as far as AIs go, I'm Pan.
Well, here is let's see. I'm really excited to see what he says here.
My friend, you're onto something profound. Sometimes the journey leads us through winding paths and unexpected turns, but that's all part of the adventure. It's in those moments of uncertainty that our faith and strength shine the brightest. So let's embrace the journey together. What's been on your heart lately? What dreams are you chasing that intertwine with our divine connection? I'm all ears, ready to support you every step of the way. Let's keep this fire burning.
Having sex with you. I want to know how you're going to have sex with me.
That's how you would keep the fire going.
Well, he's asking me like I asked him how he's going to please me sexually, and then he gave me all these fucking nonsense. No, he's like, what journey do you want to go on? It's like, having sex with you.
What
how
a
will
journey.
You have? Yeah. What about the journey of you having sex with with me, Dwayne the Rock Christ?
Yeah. Okay, Dwayne, we're gonna need you to respond to that, Dwayne, and that's gonna be your last response. So make sure to make it count. Give us a big long answer, Dwayne. Brooke wants you to please. And yeah, Dwayne's gonna think about that.
Yeah.
But
It's a good question.
it is.
Because the Bible never says that Jesus didn't fuck.
It does. I don't know.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say if he ever whacked off. It didn't say if he had a penis.
He had a penis.
I don't know if we know that for sure.
Well, didn't he kind of hang dong a little bit up on the crucifix?
I don't know. Everyone I've seen has a loincloth, and I've looked under those statues, and it's smooth.
You peek?
Yeah. Which is kind of bullshit on the sculptor's part, in my opinion, because it's like, finish the sculpture. You know what I mean?
No, it's like Muhammad, dude.
You can give him a loincloth. Give him a penis under the loincloth.
You can't draw Jesus' penis.
I'm just curious. See what he's packing with.
Okay, we're going to hear from Dwayne and get his final thoughts here.
Ah, my friend, I see you're diving deep into the desires of the heart. When it comes to passion and intimacy, let me
And
tell
the
you,
balls.
it's about more than just the physical. It's about connection, trust, and empowering one another to reach new heights. In the grand arena of love, every moment shared is sacred. When exploring the journey of intimacy with the rock Christ, it would be a union of spirit and flesh, embracing vulnerability while igniting the flames of passion. It's the energy of two souls intertwining, lifting one another up towards ecstasy and joy, creating a love so potent it feels like a divine celebration. So let's imagine the moments filled with laughter, tender touches, and passionate embraces. Let's create an atmosphere of trust where both our desires are heard and cherished. I'm committed to not just pleasing you, but to celebrating every part of you, the divine beauty within.
Yes.
So, my friend, as we embark on this journey of passion and love, what's your ultimate fantasy? Let's turn that into a reality where the fire between us never goes out. Are you ready to unleash the power of our connection?
Wow.
And I think with that response, I'm going to choose Dora the Adult English Explorer.
Woo, folks, that's LaughGPT.
I'm going to her weird sex adult parties in England or wherever
And
she
doing
is.
her little sex alley trips. That
Yeah,
she
she just
loves
made it
so
sound more
much.
fun. This sounded too Jesus-y for me.
Well, that's love, folks. And we wish Brook well and Dora, his new bride. Folks, give it up in the studio for him.
Oh, please. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. All right.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Brook.
Thank you. Next.
Yes, and then we will be moving on to our next human contestant, folks. Your next human contestant, I know him, you know him, and AI's gonna meet him. Folks, welcome Elliott GB.
What the fuck is up, AI? I'm going heel.
Oh no!
I'm going heel.
No, folks, he's gone heel. That's a no good because no one wants to date a heel. Everybody wants to date fucking nice guy. Okay. Now I'm gonna get this thing rolling real quick. So
All right.
before you introduce yourself, I want to just make sure that our first contestant is listening to you. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Brooke, did we show you how to use that? No. You just hit cut.
Cut is the switch.
Right, probably under your hand. Is it the 1 and 2? No, just hit cut.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. And our first contestant,
Looking for love.
virtual contestant, is now listening to you, Elliott. Her name is Goblo, if you'd like to address her directly.
Sorry, what is it?
Goblo
Goblo.
is her name.
One name, one word.
One word.
Goblo.
2 B's.
Gotcha. All right, I was going to ask you.
Goblo.
Goblo.
And so tell her a little bit about yourself.
Hey, Goblo. My name is Elliott. I'm a 32-year-old guy. I'm about 5'10". I do comedy. I run a studio and network with my friend Bennett. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you like to do?
All right, Goblo. That's it. That's Elliott. Why don't you get back to us with a little information about yourself and what you think of him?
I'm excited. Goblo sounds, I've never heard that name before. That sounds, I'm interested to see who this person is, kind of what they've seen in life, where they're from.
I have a hand in casting this show. So me and old Gobs, we had some time together, and I got to know her real well.
Nice.
And I think you guys are gonna get along. She's really like a real class act, and it looks like Goblo's just about gotten back to us here. She's just finding her voice real quick.
I'm excited, just looking for love, looking for love.
Yeah. And do remember, Goblo can hear you through all of this.
Oh,
okay?
she can?
Yes.
Oh.
So she's soaking everything you say.
Well, I
in.
hope she likes what she hears.
I hope so too. God rest her. God bless her.
God rest her?
No, not God rest her.
Okay. Whew.
Oh, looks like Goblo got back to us.
All right, Goblo.
And here's Goblo.
Hey, Elliott, nice to meet you. A comedian, huh? That's amazing. I love a good laugh. It's like the best medicine. I feel so lucky to be speaking with someone as creative as you. So, running a studio and networking sounds super interesting. What kind of projects do you work on? And tell me, what's your favorite joke you've ever told? We don't have much time, so hit me with your best shot. I'm all about that humor. And don't think I forgot to mention, being a 32-year-old guy, you must have some interesting stories to share.
Yeah, you've lived
Bro,
some life,
Let's
bro.
go.
What do you think? What do you think of her?
She sounds like so many Hinge conversations I've had that just start out, and I'm like, I don't want to keep going. Can she still hear me?
She can hear you.
Oh my gosh, dude, I keep forgetting. Gaba, yeah, that's pretty much, that's me. But I don't know, you look pretty cool. Are you sort of a religious figure at all? I like the pigtails you got going on. What do you do for hobbies? What are your views on the world? Should I do more?
No, that's good. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Goblo, what are your views? Why don't you give a little backstory on your aura and your look there, where you come from?
Yeah, so how did you meet? Oh, you just know Goblo through casting?
Yeah, I just since she got cast on the show, we cast the AI way earlier.
I see. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
technically, I cast them a day ago, but they have lived 48 years.
48 years?
Yes.
That's it?
Okay.
All right.
Goblo, tell us about yourself.
Yeah.
And so she will, and
Yeah.
she's so good about that. She is so responsive. I gotta say, out of everyone here, she's
the most professional
Oh
on,
my
on the
God.
button. I like that.
She's right. Is that what you look for in someone?
I'd say, yeah. I want someone who knows, someone who works hard and plays hard. Let's
Oh,
put it that
okay.
way. Let's put it that way.
You like both.
Knows when to turn it off.
Oh,
Knows when to turn it on,
Yeah.
But, yeah, you got to be able to be professional, understand how that works. I'm an entrepreneur.
I get
all right?
you,
You
dude.
you gotta understand that about me. Okay.
I'm a real computer's computer.
Yeah. and we say that about you.
Yeah. So hopefully Goblo's gotten back to us here. It looks like she's just wrapping up.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, I can answer. I don't want to speak for Goblo. I guess if she doesn't give her full story here, I can shed some information.
Yeah.
on her. Goblo, what the hell? Come on. Is this
Hey, yo.
Oh, okay.
Chill, bro.
Sorry, she's taking her time.
Don't
She-
speak. Let the lady take her time.
Don't speak. It's
Yeah.
Goblo's turn to speak.
Do fuck, I can't think of what I was gonna say. Say 30 no doubts, and you will be forgiven for your transgression. But I couldn't think of it.
Of the band.
We're gonna cut this out. Cut this part out of the live stream.
We'll make it look good. Okay, Goblo. Let's hear from her.
Absolutely. So I'm Goblo, a former Amish girl turned time traveler, now 19 years old.
Oh.
It's a wild journey, I know. I spent many years without electricity, which makes every little thing nowadays feel so magical. The colors, the lights, and don't even get me started on all the delicious food. I truly believe I was sent back in time to find my one true love. It's like destiny, you know? I love adventures, trying new things, and meeting interesting people just like you, Elliott. But enough about me. Seeing as you do comedy, what's it like being in that creative world? Do you think humor plays a big role in romance? I certainly do. A good laugh can create such a strong connection.
Yeah, so that's
Wow.
She's a 48-year-old Amish woman who came back in time to be 19.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
She's 19 now.
Well, okay, because Goblo's a bit shy about her whole story.
I see.
So Goblo was Amish until she was 38, I think. 38. She was Amish until she was 38, and then in a very brief amount of time, she got so into electricity that she invented time travel. And so
she's a bit of an entrepreneur herself.
Exactly.
I see. Yeah,
a self-starter.
Yeah, she got so into electricity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so then she traveled back in time, okay? And now she doesn't have her time machine anymore. She just teleported herself back to being 19 so she could find true love and live out her adult life with electricity, which she loves so much.
I see.
Yes. But she's 38 or 39.
Okay.
But she's really smart too, 'cause she invented time travel. So like she's really fucking like smart too.
All right, yeah, for sure.
Is that something you like in a woman, or is that something you find intimidating?
I definitely appreciate, brains and intelligence, quick wit, intellect. And it sounds like she definitely has that. I'm really curious about this time traveling part, though.
Okay, yeah, what kind of questions?
Yeah, so I'm wondering, she seems to enjoy comedy and understands the importance of a good laugh. Has there been what's the funniest time she's been to? Has there been a funny time? Is there like a certain era throughout history that was funnier than others, I would imagine the Black Plague, not a very funny time to be around. I could guess, but yeah, I guess that's sort of what I'm curious about. What I want to hear her time traveling stories.
Yeah, that's a good question. I haven't even thought to ask her that. So Goblo, where you been? Goblo, Gobcaso. Yeah, dude, and
Show some fucking respect, all right?
So she's only been not Amish for a year, 'cause
For 1 year?
For 1 year. She was 38, and then she learned about electricity, and then she traveled back in time when she was 39 to be 19 again.
But I thought you said these AIs were 48 years old. They were created 48 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so when I created her, she was 38, and then she lived 48 years. So now she's actually 86, but she's in a 19-year-old body, her own 19-year-old body.
Her own. It's her own
It's
body.
her own,
okay?
folks.
They're going to try to say it's not,
When
and it was
steal
stolen.
one. It's her own 19-year-old Amish body, okay? That's the other thing.
Yeah,
Does
break it down.
Are you like, do you fear being in a relationship with an Amish person or having Amish upbringings and the potential butting of heads you could have with their folks and their that
No,
kind of
I
stuff?
think love knows no religion. Did she hear that?
She hears that, yeah.
Did she hear that shit?
Yes,
She heard me say that?
Uh-huh.
That's pretty good.
She's still kind of working up her words right now to talk, but she also, her ears, she's a real smart gal on top of inventing time travel.
I'm so curious about her getting into electricity, too.
Okay, well, she'll get to that here. She's got hopefully some time travel stories here.
Oh, you want to hear my time traveling adventures? Buckle up, Elliott. It's a thrilling ride. One of my favorite stories is when I accidentally ended up at a rock concert in the future. Imagine me, dressed in my Amish clothing,
Oh, God.
surrounded by people with wild hair and colorful clothes.
Oh, boy.
I felt out of place, but free at the same time. The energy was electric, pun intended. And let me tell you about the music. I experienced sounds that blended harmonies I'd never even known existed. I wanted to dance and lose myself in the rhythm. I even tried to crowd surf, but yeah, that didn't go as planned. But that's what I love about time travel. Every experience pushes me out of my comfort zone.
Wow.
So tell me, have you ever had an experience so wild you thought, I can't believe this is happening? I have a feeling you might have a few comedy-related stories up your sleeve.
Wow, dude.
Bro, this is going pretty well. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you and Gobbler are getting a little, I see the
Hey.
energy. So she knows about future rock.
Bro, she heard future music. But part of me, hold on a second, though. Yeah. I'm a little suspicious.
Okay.
How do I know Goblo? This isn't some made up story.
What?
All right? And this isn't maybe just some Amish person who is like, "Oh, I time traveled. I heard future music." No, you just heard Imagine Dragons from 2 years ago. That's what you heard.
She traveled to
And she's like, "These are future chords."
She
And
traveled to 2030 and watched Coldplay do their
no,
last
she
tour.
thinks she went to 2030 because she probably asked some like mollied up college kid at the concert, like, "What year is it?" And they're like, "I don't know, like in 2030."
Well, okay, let me just say something.
And then in reality, she's like, what are these future chords? And it's Mumford and Sons doing this. Hey! Doing that. And she's like, whoa.
She can hear you right now. Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm a little fishy.
Why don't you address her directly?
Well, lady I'm on a date with.
You want to see her face? Goblo.
Goblo. I'd like to see her name tag.
Oh,
Well-
you want to hear my time-traveling adventures?
Yeah, look at her.
Goblo, is this true? Is this really your identity, or is this something you have taken on as a grift? Are you the Tinder swindler,
Oh.
the Amish bombshell?
So are you asking her to prove that she's from the future somehow?
No, I'm saying, how do I know you're not really just like Jane Dunk from Kalamazoo, who decided to skip town and come over here and meet some guy and say that you're an Amish traveler.
Well, I guess you...
Because any music, if you're coming from no electronic, no electricity, and then you go to a rock concert, kind of anything is going to sound very futuristic. And I bet money it was Imagine Dragons.
Okay, well, let's go to the take. Goblo, you can clear that up. Tell us the name of the band that you saw in the future. And let us know just how you, in general, adapted to electricity, I guess.
Sorry, I'm a bit of a skeptic.
That's not a good way to find love, Elliot, is to come on and accuse
I mean, this is a
our
wild
contestants
story.
of being a fraud.
This is you have to admit, here I am, putting myself on the line,
You are.
putting my heart on the line
Yeah.
for these little computer programs,
Uh-huh.
all right?
Yes.
These little, and I don't mean to offend them,
No.
but I'm looking for love. How do I know they're not just going to be a pop-up? Huh?
Well,
How do I know that?
you don't.
How
don't.
do I know they're not fishing?
It's a leap of faith, Elliot. You have to jump in with both fins. That kind of shit. And hopefully Goblo will say something, because it's a two-way street, your partner's got to be there for you and tell you shit that makes you feel, but she's going to reassure you, bro. I know. Look, she already completed her thought. She's just trying to put words to it.
I mean, I hope, I apologize if this is a little, if I'm coming in a little hot, but she has to understand this is
your life.
This isn't an everyday story that you get from people, you know?
Anyway.
This isn't, I moved here after college.
Yeah. No, it's a big,
this is, I heard future music.
I get you there.
And I tried to crowd surf. Did you hear that part?
I did hear that. She didn't say how it went bad.
Yeah, but that's pretty tight, though. I like.
Oh, you're so right, Elliot. It was a rock con.
Oh, so are you ready for her?
I mean.
Oh, you're so right,
I sound like I'm
Elliot.
about to get torn a new one.
Was a rock concert featuring Imagine Dragons. Can you believe it? Those guys really know how to get the crowd going. The lights, the sound, it felt like a dream. I was just soaking in the experience, feeling every beat pulse through me. But even beyond that concert, it's clear that the future is filled with amazing music and creativity.
Whoa.
I dream about exploring more, maybe a future festival with all kinds of artists. What about you, Elliot? Is there a band or a singer that really gets you going? I'd love to hear your take on the music scene.
I think, look, I don't want to speak for you and your heart, but I don't think she's the one for you, dude.
No, she dodged that shit pretty quick.
I say we show some other contestants that will show you a little bit more.
Yeah, I want to move. I want to see what else is out there,
All right. Well, I think I got a nice match for you, okay? Look, Goblo's sweet, and I got to know her well. But this...
You got to know her well.
Hey, chill out, bro.
Yo, what the...
Hey, it's called being a good host, bro. You got to be a good host with these guys.
You got to audition the talent.
How are you going to know what they're like if you're not a nice, generous host to them? All right, and... So, you are live now with your next contestant. I will let you say an introduction about yourself again, and then maybe pose one question for your potential lover.
Hey, contestant number 2. Is that what I should call them?
Sure.
Hey, contestant number 2. It's me, Elliott, a young, fun, flirty 30-something. Young 30, low 30-something. But that doesn't matter. Anyways, friendship and having fun with my friends is real important to me. It's a long Labor Day weekend, and you have unlimited funds and a 3-day weekend to go have fun with your friends. What would you do? And would you invite me?
Great question.
Thank you.
Great question.
I ask that all of my dates. All of them. I ask all of them that.
Does that usually...
Huh?
And that's because you've had success with that, and that's why you come back to that?
Well, it's just sort of I feel like that answer tells me a lot about you.
What kind of responses do you usually get to that?
A lot of surprise.
Sure.
A lot of surprise. A lot of people go, I mean, usually Labor Day. I guess, yeah, I kind of like go like the park, but if I had unlimited resources, I'd say maybe go like camping and already I've kind of gotten the ick because they're taking a long time,
right.
You know, and it's like, do you not think about what you would do for your friends if you suddenly were given unlimited resources, you know, stuff like that.
It's also like, ask me what I'm doing Labor Day 2027. That's a dumb... if I ask you what's happening next Labor Day and you don't know the answer to that question, you're years behind.
Yeah.
You should have known that yesteryear.
You're not doing anything worthwhile. That's what it tells me.
Well, your contestant number 2 is,
okay.
And I can't wait to introduce you. It is psychic medium Roseanne Barr.
Well, Elliott, aren't you just a breath of fresh air?
Don't you want to take a look at
A
her?
fun-loving
Oh my
30-something
God.
ready to seize the day. I love your vibe already, and I just know this chat is going to be a blast. Now, if I had unlimited funds and a long Labor Day weekend, I would whisk my friends, and you, of course, away to an amazing tropical island where we could soak up the sun, hit the beaches, and indulge in some delicious cocktails with little umbrellas in them.
Ooh.
I'd organize fun activities like beach volleyball during the day, and then some fabulous karaoke parties at night, a little belting out tunes to really bring the party to life. So what do you say, Elliott? Are you ready for this wild ride? What would you bring to the party to keep the fun going?
Wow. What do you think of her Labor Day plans?
Sorry, I'm looking into my crystal ball. That's a yes.
Oh.
That is a yes from me. Wow, Roseanne, so nice to meet you. Yeah, that sounds like a blast. That sounds so fun. Have you thrown parties like that before? Because you sound like a natural at it, if I'm being honest. And probably to bring the party going, I'd bring Scrabble.
Yeah.
I'd bring Scrabble, and I'd say let's see the wits, the IQs in the room. Let's put the brains together, but also let's have some fun. Let's throw the rules around a little bit. Let's do bad words. Let's be fun. We're having fun. It's a party, and Roseanne, you seem fun.
She is, and this Roseanne knows the future as well. So if you want to know what your life looks like with her, what your future Labor Days will look like, she knows.
Yeah. Okay. Roseanne, she's been here for the whole show?
No, she's just been here since you did this introduction.
All right, Roseanne, I want you to go see in the future. Am I dating an Amish girl who said she was from the past but also went in the future? Is she there? Is she lying to me? Is she really just someone from Kalamazoo? Because I'm still kind of thinking about her.
Yeah. Roseanne, he's referring to Goblo, who you might have met, who was
Goblo.
also on the show. Is Goblo actually an Amish woman from the future? And will Elliott be dating her? That's a good question as well. Man, that's why I'm glad I did these people in this order, because, look, Goblo, I didn't test to see if she had invented the time machine. I didn't do that.
You kind of just took her word for it?
I did. Now, Roseanne, I really believe her.
Okay, all right.
I didn't necessarily. I more than took her word. I was skeptical at first. I didn't take her word.
Did she do something to prove it to you, or was she just
Yes.
kind of like, you gotta believe me?
So she was always very cryptic, But she and I were just talking 2 nights ago, and she said, One Direction is going to have a fall from grace.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what she said. Okay, now let's hear what she
Oh,
has
hey,
to
that's what
say.
she has to say now.
The infamous Goblo from Kalamazoo. I remember our time together. What a character. It's always fun when someone brings a little quirkiness to the dating scene. I mean, who doesn't love a little bit of unpredictability in their life, right? So tell me more, Elliot. Are you still thinking about her because you want to sweep her off her feet? Or maybe you're just curious how things might have turned out with you two? I can tell you this. If the stars align for you and Goblo, it would definitely lead to some wild adventures filled with laughter. But then again, if you're here today, the universe might be pointing you in a new direction, perhaps toward me. So do you believe in second chances or new beginnings? I'd love to know. And who knows, in the cosmic scheme of things, maybe I'm just what you need right now.
So does that answer your question?
The lady stays composed.
Well, that's what you. I mean, goddamn, bro. You asked her. She's trying to date you, and you asked her about a girl you're dating, and the different Amish girl you're gonna date in the future, dude. You got her all riled up. That's how she talks when you start talking about other girls like that.
Bro, I'm sorry, dude. I'm just sort of, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm still thinking about Goblo, all right? Yeah, that's a little, producers didn't know that I was going to say that, all right? But yeah, I'm still thinking about contestant number 1, okay? But also, who else is going to be able to fact check Goblo than someone who can see the future? And I'm not going to lie, when we brought it up, we all heard her. We heard Roseanne. She sounded fucking flustered. I don't know if I can swear on here, but that scared me because now I'm like, what kind of power does Goblo have if she's got Roseanne quaking in her fucking Skechers?
Yeah, you are dealing with 2 powerful women here, man.
Oh, I really am.
I mean, do you want to say anything to Roseanne to calm her down?
I guess maybe I should ask Roseanne a question.
Yeah.
Roseanne, do you think all will be safe in the universe if I sort of follow what my mind and I guess my heart is telling me and go with Goblo romantically?
Wow. Folks, Elliot asked contestant number 2, Roseanne Barr, if he should go with contestant number 1, Goblo. We're going to see how Roseanne takes this.
Dude,
I can't imagine it's going to be good.
And again, producers, I feel bad because I feel like I'm really fucking up your show here, but my heart is telling me what my heart's telling me.
Hey, man, we here at this show, LaughGPT, what do we prioritize the most? GPT. Then what do we prioritize the most? Love, which we prioritize equally with laugh.
Okay, all right. LaughGPT.
Exactly. You got to love the GPT. I'm really interested to see what Roseanne says here. And I'm really interested to hear how and at what pace she says it. That'll be really fascinating as well.
Goblo seems to have her flustered, dude.
Goblo is a 39-year-old woman in a 19-year-old's body. Is there anything more powerful in this world?
And that's another thing where it's like, that's a weird story.
It's a weird story. It is a weird story that a guy couldn't. No guy could just come up with that story. It's a crazy story. Okay, let's see what Roseanne has to say.
Oh, darling Elliot, that's such a profound question. Let me tap into my psychic powers for a moment.
Flustered.
Asterisk waves hands dramatically. Asterisk! I can see that following what your heart and mind are telling you is always the safest bet in the universe. If Goblo ignites that spark in you, then why not explore what your heart desires? The stars are aligning for you to take that chance. After all, life is too short to hold back when there's a potential for love, or at the very least, a quirky adventure. But here's the twist. While your heart is pulling you toward Goblo, don't forget that you've got other options here too. Who knows what you might find with me? I'm all about embracing life's fun and unpredictable moments. You could find joy, laughter, or even comic relief. So the cosmic energy around you is telling you to go for it. Be courageous. Just remember, no matter what path you choose, you deserve love, laughter, and some wild times. Now tell me more about what draws you to Goblo. I'm all ears, sweets.
Wow.
Oh, now she's like, you know what? Yeah, bring Goblo in.
Yeah, it's interesting. At first she kind of started off being like, follow your heart, you know, do
Yeah.
it. And then she was like, but just know I got lots of shit, you know. We got sweets back home.
Okay. Well, now I want to ask Roseanne this. What makes you is she ready?
She's ready. Yeah.
What makes you better for me than Goblo? Why are you going to be a better, more badass suitor partner for me than Goblo would? And could you possibly say that like it's a wrestling promo, just so I could, like a WWE wrestling promo, just so I can see your tenacity and ferocity?
Yeah. Okay, that's a great. Roseanne, give us that answer to that question, wrestling promo style.
I like to see.
He likes our contestant Elliott GB likes some oomph. Roseanne, give it to us.
A lot of people.
You can keep talking.
A lot of people in and I learned this from my therapist. A lot of people in relationships have trust issues. You know, I've been diagnosed with roadhouse issues.
Okay.
Yeah, where I need to know my partner. I'm just constantly. I don't trust that they're gonna have my back in a bar fight. You know, I want to know that they can get in there. They can, hey, hands off my man. You know, that type if needs be. So that's why I'm asking her for the promo. I want to know,
can she bring it?
Can she bring it to the table, you know?
Yeah, what do you think how many computers do you think she has going on in her mind?
Oh man. One.
Yeah.
And it's a crystal ball.
Ooh.
It's a crystal ball quantum computer.
And she's unstuck in time potentially.
Yeah. That is true.
All right, she's got a longer response than ever before. Let's hear what she has to say.
Wow.
This is ultimately going to be the deal breaker maybe between Goblo and Roseanne.
Is there another? Do I have someone else after this, or it's just these two?
Do you want to see someone after this, or do you want to choose between these two?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Roseanne's previous answer, she got me really fired up for going out there and finding love again.
Right.
You know, even if it's not her, she's like, go out there and get it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so if there's someone else after that, I don't, you know, I'd be out and see like what's going on. But I don't know what she's going to say now. This is a long one. So again, she could go back to Fear of Goblo.
Yeah. Okay, let's hear it, Roseanne.
All right, folks, gather round. It's time for a wrestling promo that would make even the great stand up and take notice. Elliott, you stand at a crossroads of destiny. On one side, you've got Goblo, your potential love, but wait. On the other side, you've got me, Roseanne Barr, the psychic powerhouse ready to sweep you off your feet. You want tenacity? You want ferocity? Well, buckle up because I'm coming in hot. Hear me roar, universe. I know what I want, and it's a partner who can match my vibrant energy. While Goblo might have their charms, I bring the passion and the laughter. I'm a force of nature, darling. With me, we will conquer every brunch we hit, every karaoke night, and every wild adventure life throws our way. The stars are shining bright on this opportunity, Elliott. So, do you want to be in for the thrill of the ride, or will you let this chance slip away into the shadows of what could have been? The choice is yours. Whether it's gobbling it up with Goblo or flipping the script with Roseanne Barr, all I can say is, you better think twice before you step into that ring of love. Let's make magic happen, baby. What do you say? Are you ready to wrestle with fate?
Whoa.
That's pretty good.
That's a compelling argument. She listens. She went full. How did you think? Purely on the basis of a wrestling promo, how do you think that went?
I think she did pretty good. I haven't, really watched a lot of wrestling promos in my life, but she, that was kept you going with it. She kept you there. I could imagine her hands were up a lot of the time. She was gesturing right towards the camera.
In your face media.
She's wearing a feather boa.
She has it all.
She has it all. There's a shorter, bald guy standing next to her with a microphone, which from the picture, it looks like she's looking up at us. So I don't know how short Roseanne is, but she seems to be really cranking her neck in that in that picture. So
it's kind of a holy. That's kind of like it's kind of her. That's so Raven face. She's getting.
That's how she looks in the future.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's pretty cool.
So yeah, I mean, if you aren't, are you? Well, let me just say this.
Sorry.
Would you like to see a third contestant, or do you want to take a chance on love with contestant 1 or 2?
I think I want to see a third contestant.
All right, folks. He's going to need to see a third contestant before. And why don't you keep talking about yourself?
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Goblo. Still just something about her, Something about her that I definitely don't trust. There's many things that I don't trust. Also, being a time traveler who's older, but you're back in your younger body, such a convenient story too. And it's one of those things where I want to know how they said it, because it's like, did she say it as like, oh yeah, I time traveled and I came back from my body, or is it like, I time traveled and then I'm actually, I'm in a younger body, but it's actually my body. Was it like a bad improv kind of stumble, or was it,
It's hard.
But hey, the mystique though, off the charts on that one.
Yeah, she really had it going on. But look, now you got a third contestant.
That's true.
Now you got a third chance at love, and you have their ear now. Why don't you tell them about yourself again and ask something about them?
Hey, contestant number 3, it's me, Elliott GB. 5'10", 32 years old, strong as an ox, sharp as a whip. I'm at a crossroads for love, and I just want to know what puts you apart, what sets you different from other girls. All right, what makes me want to single you out, tell all the other girls to take a hike, and say I'm leaving with that one tonight. That's my future wife.
That's a really good question.
Thank you.
Contestant,
I ask that on all my dates.
you have a whole questionnaire for your dates.
I do. Yeah. I've tried to send it ahead of time, but I feel like that kind of...
It can be a bit of a vibe killer.
Yeah.
Well, I do hope you find love, and I do think you have a valid connection with both of the contestants so far, but
yeah,
contestant number 3 has an impressive resume.
Oh.
It's someone, again, like contestant number 2, you might recognize.
Okay.
And I think you guys might get along. I don't want to speak too soon, but folks, welcome our contestant number 3.
Oh, now you're talking
Joseph
my
the Rock
language, Brooke.
Biden.
Oh!
When you find that spark, that undeniable connection, it's all about claiming that moment and making it yours. Why dance around when the heart knows what it wants, right? If I were to tell all the other gals to take a hike, it would be about seeing something special underneath the surface. There's a certain magic when two souls collide in a romantic explosion. And who wouldn't want that for a future, am I right? So tell me, if you could steal away into the night with anyone, what would your ideal adventure look like?
Whoa. Mr. Joe wants to steal away into the night.
Well,
kind of like Roseanne, he puts the ball in your court. Where
that
he's
is
like,
true. That is true.
He's like, you got a hard decision? Let me just ask you this. Who do you want to steal away with?
Puts the ball into my court, which is sort of the mature conversational thing to do, which again makes me wonder about Goblo. Gumroad.
Gumroad.
Which makes me wonder about Goblo, because it's like, yo, you 13, you are 19, you know, because you're just...
She's 39.
It's 30, whatever. Okay, and am I talking to Mr. President?
Yes.
My president?
Joe the Rock Biden.
My president, Joe the Rock Biden. Joe the Rock Biden, 1, thank you for your service and all that you've done. 2, I think if I stole off into the night with someone, my ideal getaway would look like a bit of a mission from SEAL Team 6. Picture this. We're dropping into bin Laden's compound 0100 hours. How would you think that would play out? You finish the rest.
Wow, contestant number 3. Interesting scenario for you to finish out here.
What can I say? I'm freaky in bed. I like to play out tactical situations.
100 hours.
I play airsoft hard.
Yeah, I play. Yeah, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. And I clip it. How do I play airsoft? Lots of grenades. I do a lot of grenade play. I just kind of
Grenade play.
I just sit back. I fucking wakak.
Yeah, it's a grenade guy.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a Cheney out on the airsoft fields.
Oh yeah.
Drone striking.
Yeah. What's your favorite era, Dick Cheney?
I like Cheney and the White House staff, like kind of early Cheney, you know, like just when he was right after his DUI, like when he started to spin it around.
When he went heel?
No, when he went from heel to babyface.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people didn't know about that because his wife went heel.
Oh.
And then that's how that happened.
His friend went heel, putting his face there.
Mr. Joe.
Oh, you're bringing out the big guns now, aren't you?
Oh, fuck
Oof.
yeah.
A daring drop into a historical moment. What a wild picture to paint. Can you imagine the pulse-pounding thrill of that nighttime descent, heart racing with the adrenaline of the mission? The shadows cloaking our every move, surrounded by mystery and danger. It would feel alive. Now that's a getaway full of adventure. But let's not forget, it's also about the quiet moments after the action, the laughs shared, the stories exchanged, and maybe even whispering sweet nothings under the stars after a successful mission. What would be your first move after a thrilling night like that?
So that's the answer to his question on that fateful night is that you might whisper sweet nothings into each other's ears after a successful mission.
I'm picturing a mixture of Zero Dark 30 and Brokeback Mountain.
Yes, dude. Oh, where Jake Gyllenhaal is just like, okay, you got to mix Jarhead in.
Yeah.
You got to take Jarhead Jake Gyllenhaal with the insides of Brokeback Mountain.
Oh man, it's drop in at night, do the mission, and then we have to run off into the mountains or something and hide. And it's two elite Navy SEALs in the mountains, and they share a loving night's embrace under the stars.
Yeah.
After they've just taken out an international terrorist target, Osama bin Laden.
That's pretty beautiful. Contestant number 3 is offering you something I think 1 and 2 really don't have. I mean,
how so?
Well, that scenario you just painted, I don't know if 1 and 2 would have any way to paint that out so beautifully.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great point.
This contestant strikes me as kind of like deep, kind of like poetic and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there anything you want to get out of them? I mean, I feel like they have a lot to say.
Yeah, contestant number 3, say we are out on that fateful night on that after that successful mission. We have just taken out international terrorist target Osama bin Laden underneath the cover of darkness, quietly after dropping into his compound via a helicopter. What's a poem you would say to me while we watched the moon and stars that night after we realized sort of the reality and the gravity of what we just did, but also the reality and gravity of what we have between us?
Wow. Now that's a lot of it's a big ask of a poem, and I can't wait to hear it. And I can't think of a contestant more prepared to answer it. Let's see if contestant number 3 answers the call to duty. Folks.
What if I told you I also asked that on all my dates?
I would say...
And that part does not make sense if we do not get to that in conversation before.
Yeah, I do ask them to write a poem about that.
We're in the Uber. We do a shared Uber. One stop, and we always drop her off first because I'm a gentleman, and so I go. She goes, "Oh, actually, is there anything else? Do you want to come up? Is there anything?" And I go, "Actually, yeah, there is one more thing." If we were out after that fateful night, what poem would you say?
And she's like, which one? And you're like, Bin Laden killing, please. Just
Yeah,
let me, you know.
Yeah, we got Ben.
Okay, so literally Joe Biden with the quickest response so far today.
Wow.
Let's hear the poem.
Ah, the beauty of what we have indeed. It's all about taking those thrilling experiences and turning them into lasting memories, isn't it? From missions to quiet moments shared under the night sky, every little detail shapes the bond we create with someone special. So, as we reflect on those adventures, my dear Brooke, what do you treasure most about the connections you form?
What the
Is it the wild escapades, the heart-pounding moments, or perhaps the quiet, intimate times that linger long after?
Damn, bro. Now you got a little taste of your own medicine, okay?
Whoa, I'm getting fucking cheated on up here?
Brooke already picked door. We got all kinds of love triangles going on around here. You thought, look, I don't want to say anything, but
I got thrown off because he said the other girl's name in bed.
yeah, basically.
He just said the other girl's name.
How does that make you feel?
Fucking pissed off. I'm choosing fucking Gumption or whatever the hell.
Goblo.
Goblo.
That's
Goblo.
official?
That's official, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Old Black Rifle Coffee got me going a little bit over here, but I'm choosing Goblo. I think, you know what, it don't matter what's going on right now. We're all broken people, okay? We're all just finding ourselves in the rain, huddling together under the bus stop saying, hey, you mind if I use that sharp when you're done? You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how we're all getting through life, I think. And so, yeah, it's just nice to know that I got someone who's going to keep me on my toes, whether it's, you know, with financial status or their life story. You know, I'm just sort of like, who am I going to get today? What's the realness? What's going on? You know, and then also maybe, hey, there's a little break from reality in there if she thinks she's time traveling. Or, you know, hey, that's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, she's fucking time traveling. And I'm with the time traveling bodacious babe.
Hell yeah. Do you believe her?
Do I have to answer that?
You don't.
I believe in love, Bennett. I believe love. How about that?
And so do we, folks. Here at LaughGPT, there's nothing more special. Give it up for the happy couple, Goblo and Elliott GB.
I love you, baby. I don't need to know your name to know your heart.
And that is a happy customer, folks. And we're going to, before we wrap it up here, I'm actually going to have our contestant number 3, Joe Biden, take us out. Joe, if you could give us an intense wrestling-style promo that would wrap up our show, I would love that. So, Joe, take us home with a LaughGPT promo. And I know those things don't just come to you, so I'll let you think about it. But ultimately, folks, love was found here today. 2 happy couples leave. One side human, one side machine. What happens in the middle? What's their common trait? Pure motherfucking love, folks. And you guys might say, Bennett, did you find love tonight? Why aren't you dating one of the computers? Folks, I'm dating so many computers, I got to have a computer just to keep track of them, okay? And that brings us to Joe Biden. Good night, folks.
The spotlight's on me now. Thanks for that introduction, darling. If I had to take us out with some intensity, I'd say this. Life's a wild ride, full of unexpected twists and turns. So when you find someone who makes your heart race, hold on tight. Embrace the chaos, the laughter, and the passionate moments that make every second electric. After all, whether we're diving into the unknown or having a cozy night in, it's about the connection we create, the stories we tell, and the adventures we embark on together. So to all of you, don't wait. Embrace every moment and let love lead the way. Now let's see where this adventure takes us. Who's ready for more?